You expect the plum scare, but you never know when the plum scare will actually strike. Ah! Anyway, miracle twinkle blue! Hello, everybody! And welcome back to Precure Talk! Yeah! Today, as of today, we are going to be trying something different for Precure Talk. Because I do want to be able, I did notice that we do end up getting distracted a bit, and it ends up taking me a while to go through episodes individually. So I thought, and also the fact that sometimes I end up getting too weepy to continue, and then I have to move the next episode to the next day. So I thought, and this is gonna be experimental. Hopefully this works. I am going to do monthly recaps instead. So the summaries of the episodes are gonna be more concise, but we'll be going over more episodes. And hopefully it works. I'm gonna try to spend roughly 20 minutes-ish per episode, at least today, because we have like 5 episodes to go through. So it's gonna be a lot. Like for this arc, or at least this month, there was like 5 episodes technically. I thought there was 4, but I was wrong. There was 5. So yeah, we're gonna try to go through those episodes. I might not be able to show all the as many screenshots as normal, as before. But just so I'm able to be a little bit faster with saying the stuff that ends up happening in the episode. But it's gonna be a bit more concise. Yeah! If no one gets sidetracked, then it should work out. I sure hope it works out. But as long as we spend 20-ish minutes per episode, we should be fine technically. I had you on mute. No, it's okay, Lightning. Also, before I forget, let me say hi to everybody. I'm gonna go based on the participants list. Hi, Bryant. Hi, Caleb. Hi, Dark Shadows. Hi, Eagle. Hi, Carl with the K. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Lightning. Hi, Lloyd. Hi, Marshall. Hi, Mazidin. Hi, Richard. Hi, Rising Dragon Soul. Hi, Ultra Gunvolt. Hi, Bernie. Hi, Xavier. Hi, Slash. Hi, I think it's Tsukino. Welcome! Yeah! Hello, Plum. Just here to say hi as I have a small operation on my heart in a bit, and apologies for Kawakami Princess's info last time. It's okay, don't worry. Also, I hope the surgery goes well. I hope the operation goes well. Good luck with it, Tsuki. Yeah. Also, hi, Poison Fury. Hi, Tyler. Welcome. I reread her character story, and she is indeed the Precure representative for Uma Musume. Oh, wait, is it? Oh, she is? Complete with the transformation sequence in the fight against the monster during her old skill? What? Okay, now I need her. Now I need to get Kawakami Princess. I thought, cause I did look up. I thought there was a horse named after Precure, but maybe they wouldn't get the rights that easily. Because if the horse is literally named TM Precure, I think that would be a little bit tricky. Also, hi, Robert. Hi, Mick. Welcome. Yeah. Okay. What sound does the strong cat make? Meow! Meow! This news is old, but I was accepted into university. Congrats! Congrats on getting accepted into university! Yeah! I ate a random burger for lunch, and that's why my stomach is hurting a bit. Oh no, I hope you feel better, Tyler! never fun when you eat something and then your tummy doesn't take it too well. It's never fun. That was basically me with Tim Hortons coffee. At some point, I could not have Tim Hortons coffee because like it just made my tummy feel. There was just something that they put in I don't know what it was, but my tummy started like reacting badly to it. So yeah, I couldn't have. I don't drink Tim Hortons coffee ever since. At least not the. At least I can't remember if I mean, it's been a while since I had like a cold coffee, like an iced coffee either from Tim Hortons. So I don't know. But yeah, what was the topic of the day? Today we are doing. I explained it earlier, but we're basically going through. We're gonna be going to we're doing monthly recaps for Precure. Yeah. So we're gonna focus on the episodes for like 20 minutes each, and it's gonna be like a bit more summarized and overall, and yeah, hopefully it works. I hope things work with this. Since yeah, it's been a bit since I was able to do Precure Talk, and I figured, since I was so behind, why not start now with the monthly recaps? Doctors are calling. Do enjoy the stream. Bye, Tsukino. Thank you for stopping by. Good luck with your operation. Can you review the flower in your hair? Which one? Which one? There's several. I have several flowers in my hair, as you see. I know Precure speedrun. Blink and you'll miss the whole season. Hopefully, you gotta pay attention. you gotta pay attention, or else it's gonna poof. It's gonna be gone. Too much flour. No, I like my flowers. I like the flowers in my hair. They're very pretty. Yeah. Okay. So, that being said, okay. There we go. Okay. Now hopefully this goes well. I'll try my best. Hopefully this will go well. It is a little experimental because I haven't really done this before, but we shall see. Today's my birthday. Happy birthday, Slash! Yeah! I hope you have a great birthday, or had a great birthday! Yeah! Head pats! Thank you for the head pats! Oh wait, hold on. I think both Tyler and Zoya were asking for hugs. Hugs! Hugs for everybody! Yeah! I kind of missed who asked for a hug. Yeah! Okay. Let's get into this. So where we last left off was episode 17. And also, by the way, if you're for those who are not caught up, I do recommend like we're gonna be talking about episode 17. So if you're not caught up to episode 17, I recommend waiting. I recommend not watching, at least right now, or at least not the stream, like. Because if you're not caught up with episode 17, then the rest, you wouldn't be caught up with the rest of the episode. Okay, so here we go. Hi, Mirage, Larry, Koopa, welcome! at 22? No, don't worry. I've seen episode 22. It's just we're doing a huge recap. So yeah. Okay. So this episode focuses on Puridon and Melodon going back to Kiraki Land. Since if you guys remember in episode 16, essentially Puridon started to feel bad because she really took it to heart that Uta considered her a member of Idol Precure. And so during the previous battle, she was quite sad that she couldn't do anything to help. Like, she felt powerless. And so she decided, and this was the shot from the very last episode. She decided to record a message for Uta and go to Kiraki Land. And Melodon accompanies her to Kiraki Land, and they find it in a state of it's in a pretty bad shape. They wander around, and it's in a very bad shape. It's not doing too well. And meanwhile, Uta's completely clueless of this. She's fast asleep, and yeah, she has no idea that they're visiting. That Puridon and Melodon have gone to Kiraki Land. And so, as they're looking around, they see everyone. They see all the trapped fairies and everything, and they're worried. But Melodon is worried at least. But Puridon reassures Melodon. Yeah. And so there they find the big Kiraki ribbon. The Kirakira ribbon. That's the source of power for Kiraki Land. And it's broken. Yeah, it's chopped. And they need to... They know they gotta fix it, so they have to do some... They know they have to restore it in order to bring Kiraki Land back to normal. Hi, Renegades! Welcome! I need to go right now. Have a great stream. Bye, Tyler! Thank you for stopping by! Have a good night! Hi, Sunny Pikachu! Welcome! Tomorrow I have another today I had a dentist appointment. Tomorrow I have another dentist appointment. And Thursday I have another one. Whoa! That's a lot of dentist appointments. I hope everything's okay, Shiny Pikachu! My name is restored. Yeah! Yeah, your name was like Dutch something for a bit. But yeah! I'm glad you got your name back, Renegade! Okay, where were we? So they go to visit the queen, Picarine, and she's still trapped in the crystal. But somehow she's able to communicate with the cure, with Puridon and Melodon. And so it turns out that the queen explains that in order to restore the big Kirakira ribbon, they need to collect the ribbons, the Kirarin ribbons, since those are essentially fragments of it. And so, determined, Puridon decides to go and restore the ribbon. The big Kirakira ribbon, since she thinks they got a lot of ribbon. They collected a lot of them so far, so it should work, right? And that's when the queen, after Puridon leaves, Melodon is informed that basically they don't have enough, so they can't restore it yet. They can't fix this. Puridon just wants to save Kiraki Land so that so that she can be of help with the cures. But yeah, the amount of ribbons they have is still not enough. And then Merodon asks the queen about the heart kirari lock. Hi Jared, welcome! I'm still cooking lunch for the week, but I'm watching in the background. Okay! Also, wait. Let me just put a little disclaimer. Just in case, because I may not be able to, like, I am going to be a bit more focused on narrating the episodes, especially since we have like 5 episodes to go through today. Thank you for the blue super chat. Thank you. Distracting Plum with money. No, please, we have a lot of episodes to go through. So, like, I do appreciate the super chats, but I do wanna try and focus to get the episodes to like summarize the episodes. But thank you, Vindic Angel! Lurky in VR. You're watching me in VR! Whoa! That's so cool. I see the plum rose and I hit pan and boot the plum rose. Yeah! Thank you for the head pats! And I've been booped. Thank you! Okay. I'm just writing. Okay. Plum has a nose on VR. Do I? I'm sure I do. I mean, I always have a nose. I have a nose right now. There we go. Okay. Just in case anyone might stop by. No keyboard in VR, so I have to type on my phone. Oh, I see. I took it with me like 2 months ago. What? You took my nose? Why did you take my nose? Okay. Anyways, Merodon ends up asking what the heart kirari lock does, and the queen confirms that it can grant any wish. However, the queen advises that there's a catch to this. When using the heart kirari lock, when it grants a wish, it locks away the thing you treasure the most. And so Merodon and Pudding have an important decision to make on what to do. And meanwhile, Cuddy is still under the influence of Darknet as the Katinda, and Darknet does not want does not want Cuddy to he does not want Cuddy to be she does not want Cuddy to essentially go to join the Precure side, essentially, because Cuddy has had Cuddy is basically conflicted right now because he's a huge fan of Idol Precure, but you know, he has to work like he's on the enemy team. So yeah, it's quite conflicting. And Cuddy admits he has Kira Kira inside of him, but that just enrages Darknet even more, and so Darknet influences him with even more dark energy, and the Katinda gets even more powerful and becomes even more, like, even bigger than before. It's even more bigger and scarier than before, and more powerful too. And so later on, there's a festival that the Cures are going to be performing at, and everyone's super duper excited for this. But meanwhile, the Cures learn about they watch Puridun's video, and they learn that Puridun had left to Kirakiran. And Uta doesn't mind it too much. She's like, okay, it should be fine. Puridun should be fine. And so they get focused to perform, and then they go on to the stage. Yeah! They go onto the stage, and they're about to start performing. Yeah! And so, yeah, they're all super duper excited for the performance, and Tanaka is filming them as well. And there's also yeah, since they're on the live stream. Well, yeah, since Tanaka is filming them, they're on a live stream. And as they're about to start, all of a sudden, Katinda comes in and interrupts the event and starts causing chaos everywhere. And so everyone retreats, and the Cures have to fight against the Katinda. And meanwhile, back in Kiraki-land, Puridun is trying to use. She's trying to restore the big Kira ribbon, but it does not fully restore, and she's surprised by this. And Melodon ends up telling her the truth, and so Puridun is quite discouraged at this, because now she doesn't know what to do, because like they used up all the ribbons, but it's not enough yet. She doesn't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, she feels the shudder that she feels when she senses the Makurandas or the Kurayamindas, or in this case, Katinda. And now, Puridun is even more worried, and the Cures are fighting the Makuranda, the Katinda. Sorry. But they are struggling to fight. Hi, KB Slayer! Welcome! Yeah! And so, desperate, Puridun doesn't know what to do. She really wants... She wants to protect her idol, but... like, she doesn't know what to do at this point. Like, she feels like she doesn't have any options. And that's when Melon essentially tells her that there is another way that they can do this. And just before that, Puridun did say that, like, you know, she feels like she's considered as a member of the team, since Uta basically told her that. And so Melon ends up revealing that there is yet another way to do this. However, she warns Puridun, would she be okay with doing anything? in order to? Would she be okay with doing anything in order to save Uta and the rest of the girls? And Pleadon does say that she would do anything. And so Melodon tells her about the Harkidari lock. And Pleadon's quite shocked at this. She's quite amazed that it could grant any wish. But then Melodon tells her the catch. It can grant any wish. However, what they value the most will be locked away. And essentially, Melodon tells her that because Pleadon treasures Uta's her memories with Uta the most, she will lose that. And Melodon asks Pleadon, "Is this okay? Are you gonna be okay doing this? You're not gonna remember your idol. You're not gonna remember Uta. Your memories are going to be locked away as the price to pay." And Pleadon does immediately agree. Like, she says she'll be okay. And this scene is just so emotional because she's crying. And it's just so... I need to show this one. Like, it's so emotional because she really cares about Uta, and she really wants to protect her. Even at the cost of her own memories. Hello, cute fluffy fairy that comes from a cherry tree and can transform into a Juanita horse girl. And then sings and runs and dances, Plummy runs. I'm just a magical girl! I'm just a magical girl! Also, hi Sheriff Falcon, welcome! But hi Joe, welcome! Yeah, we're talking about a very emotional part here. Yeah, Pleadon is about to sacrifice her memories of Uta in order to save her. And so they go ahead and turn the key. And their wish is going to be granted. And before this, Melodon had mentioned that her wish is the same as Pleadon's. But when Pleadon asked her what she's going to be what she's going to be giving up, what she's going to sacrifice, Melodon just said it's a secret. Now, I didn't think I thought of this as Melodon sacrificing her feelings for Pleadon. But we'll see in a bit what happens. And so they they use the heart key daddy lock. And the deal is set. The wish has been granted. And meanwhile, with the Cures, they're still struggling to fight against the Katinda. And just when it seems like there's no hope left, Cure Idol is struggling. She's trying her best to fight back and to help Cuddy because he's trapped. Just when they think that there's no more hope, all of a sudden, oh my goodness, who is that? Oh my! And who is that? What? there's 2 new cures? Question mark? They don't really, like, everyone doesn't really know who they are yet. But they introduce themselves as ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss. And they're able to instantly, they're able to purify the Katinda easily and save him. And they perform their song called Awakening Harmony. And it's so good! I love it so much, I can't wait to hear the full version. And so, Katinda is saved. And a new Kirari ribbon is acquired. And ZukyoonKiss takes it. And Uta is she's quite amazed by what just happened. She's blown away. She's blown away by these two. But first they end up checking on Cuddy to make sure he's fine, and he is fine. And he feels purified. Like he feels like he's free from having to to hold back on what he likes, because he wasn't able to be a fan of the Cures. He had to be a fan in secret. And he thought that the idol Precure had purified him, but the girls revealed that it was actually ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss who did. And then he admits, Cuddy admits that he had grown to become a fan of Cure Idol, Cure Wink, and ZukyoonKiss as a trio, as idol Precure. And he admits that he's idol Precure's #1 fan, and then he leaves happily. And the Cures are very happy. And then, before ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss can leave, that's when Idol ends up asking them who they are, and they reintroduce themselves. They reintroduce themselves as ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss. Yeah. And at this point, after witnessing this, Idol is just instantly becomes a fan of ZukyoonKiss. And the episode pretty much ends there. Yeah, that is episode 17. Yeah, she's starstruck. Yeah, she's literally starstruck. Yoshino Nanjo's suit songs like Awakening Harmony. She does. She really does. Yeah, that's 1 episode down. Okay, and now we have 4 more to go. I really liked the scene where they were using the Hakirari lock to make their wish come true. I know, it was so well done. It was so sweet. It reminded me of that scene in Digimon Adventure when Tai and Matt put their trust in an old prophecy to make Wargreymon and Metal Garurumon happen. I have not seen Digimon at all, so I don't really know too much about it. I'm not too familiar with it. Okay, now episode 18. Yeah, we're going at a good pace. Okay, so episode 18. The ZukyoonKiss and KureKiss, they basically have a little chat over the horizon, like over the horizon of Hanamichi Town, and it seems like ZukyoonKiss has forgotten all about Hanamichi Town, or she acts like Hanamichi Town is like completely new to her. But KureKiss seems to be familiar with the area. What could this mean? Anyways, the next morning, Uta wakes up and she immediately has a vision of ZukyoonKiss, and she immediately gets blown away from ZukyoonKiss's like charm and all, and she wakes up falling off of her bed. Yeah. And so she ends up waking up properly, and yeah, like she realized it was all just a dream. It was all just a dream, like the little vision she had of ZukyoonKiss. But she realizes that she's quite fascinated by ZukyoonKiss. She can't stop thinking about her. No matter what she does, her mind is so focused on ZukyoonKiss. And so school comes around, and Uta is very in a daydream-like state, and she again can't stop thinking about ZukyoonKiss. She's even like daydreaming about her at school. She just can't stop. And then Mikoto and another classmate, Ruka, end up talking more about about seeing Kira, ZukyoonKiss, and KureKiss on the live stream. And it turns out that ZukyoonKiss, as they're called, they're going viral. They're going viral online because of the live stream. And so, this is Nana basically who mentioned this. I forgot to mention Nana came in and she mentioned this. And so, like, anytime that the word ZukyoonKiss is mentioned, Uta's just like, ZukyoonKiss! She's like super. She gets super alert. Like she wasn't focused at all about what what Nana was saying until like the word ZukyoonKiss came along. Yeah. And Uta is just. She's literally obsessed with ZukyoonKiss right now. She's really becoming a fan. And at school, she keeps mentioning ZukyoonKiss everywhere. She can't help it. She's too obsessed. And so later, at the Kokoro is at the Idol Precure Research Club, and they're now also focusing on ZukyoonKiss. And so they're doing a watch along of ZukyoonKiss's live, and that's when Nana comes to see her, and Kokoro is shocked to find out that is just super obsessed with Kirza-kun. And she can't stop thinking about her. The Zakun hand movement is so satisfying. Zakun! Yeah! It is. Zakuning non-stop, yeah. Yeah. And so... Yeah. And Kokoro officially proclaims that Uta has become a fan of Kirza-kun. And she welcomes her into the world of Oshikatsu. the world of fandoms. And she essentially explains she explains like the world of fandoms as well. And like there's a topic of being in the swamp, but I think in our turn, like in the Western world, it's called the rabbit hole. But still, it's the same thing. But yeah, and so Uta and Nana are introduced into the Idol Precure Research Club, which is kind of ironic because they are literally the cures. They are literally the ones, like they are literally the people that the rest of the club is admiring. There we go. Okay. And then Kokoro tells them to choose their Oshi, their favorite, who their favorite is in. Excuse me. Who's their favorite in the among Idol Precure and ZukyoonKiss, and they each choose. And Nana says that everyone is her favorite except for Kier Wink. I guess, yeah, she doesn't want to be a fan of herself. Like, you know, that would be awkward. And Uta says that her favorites are Kier Wink and Kirkyun-kyun, but also Kirza-kun. And yeah. They basically I'll come to the conclusion that her favorite is Kirza-kun. Her Oshi is Kirza-kun. And so later on, back at Uta's house, they end up like Kokoro ends up explaining more about Oshikatsu. Yeah, Oshikatsu and spreading the word about your Oshi, about your fave. Yeah. And Uta is super duper, like because of this, like Uta has like a huge burst of energy, because of her passion for supporting Kirza-kun. And so she's helping around the house and helping at the restaurant as well. Hi Derek, welcome! And yeah, she's helping out so much, and she's so full of energy. And yeah, and Kokoro explains that this is normal. This is a normal thing that happens when you're a fan of someone. And you wanna support them. You're just full of energy and you're super motivated. Then meanwhile, Zakuri is wondering where Cuddy is, and okay, there we go. And Tokirine basically mentions that Cuddy isn't coming back. And yeah, and so this means that Zakuri is going to be doing all the work. He's gonna have to fill in for the fact that Cuddy is no longer there. You would think Tokirine would try to step in or like hire someone else, but nope. She just acts like the boss. But anyways, later on, they're looking at the video that they got of ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss that ended up appearing on their that ended up being recorded on their phone since Tanaka was filming it. And then, funny enough, the video before that was literally Pudding's little message about her like leaving to go to Kirakiland. It's funny how they don't notice the similarities yet between ZukyoonKiss and between ZukyoonKiss and Pudding and Megalon, but oh well. And then Tanaka ends up saying that he's gonna go to Kirakiland to check on them because it's been a little bit of time now, and he's worried about Megalon and Pudding. So he ends up going, and then Zakuri finds his victim of the day, which is a girl who basically got her hairstyle the same as ZukyoonKiss. And she's super happy about it. And then there's a new Kurayaminda that appears. And so the girls go ahead and follow they notice the dark sky, and since they don't have Pudding around this time around to tell them that there's danger. And so they make it, and so they transform, and they're ready to fight! Yeah! They're ready to fight! And so they try to manage, but the Kurayaminda is quite strong, and it ends up breaking Nana's wing's barrier. Whoopsie. And they're in quite a bit of trouble since the Kurayaminda seems to be quite strong. And as they're struggling, it's only then that ZukyoonKiss arrives to save the day, along with ZukyoonKiss. Yeah! So, ZukyoonKiss arrives, and they protect Idol, and this is something that Zukyun says outright. She says that she'll protect her idol. And so as they fight, we end up seeing their sub attacks. Zukyun and Kiss's sub attacks. But before that, ZukyoonKiss ends up asking ZukyoonKiss if they're actually if they're also Precure. But Kiss doesn't confirm or deny anything. She doesn't say anything about it. And Idol is in pure, like, she's super excited that ZukyoonKiss is here and ZukyoonKiss is here too. And there we see the girl, ZukyoonKiss's sub attacks. So Kiss's sub attack is called Kiss Shock, and Zukyun's attack is called her sub attack is called Zukyun Bazooka, which I thought was a silly name at first, but then I realized it makes sense because Zukyun, like, she has the whole theme of, like, you know, like with like the finger guns and all, like, you know, shooting through your heart. So yeah, it makes sense. But it's super duper cool. Yeah. Why does she have one sock on? It's I think it's a stylistic choice. I think. I don't think. Wait, hold on. Where does it show? Yeah, it's not a sock actually. It's a boot. One of her boots is just taller. It's just longer than the other. It's a stylistic thing. But yeah. And so, ZukyoonKiss purify the Kurayaminda, and everything's back to normal. It's a boot? Yes, it is a boot. If you were to look... Wait, hold on. It is actually a boot. Wait, actually, this image doesn't show it. Doesn't do it justice. Hold on. Wait, it is a boot though. Let me show you guys. Where? Here we go. Okay, wait. Hold on. I need... Where's the... There we go. Okay. This is Cure ZukyoonKiss's profile. Okay, wait. Hold on. This here is Cure ZukyoonKiss's profile. See? It's a boot. It's just a style choice. It's a design choice, basically. Like an asymmetrical one. Yeah, I like the design. It's really pretty. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to point it out a bit more clearly so you guys can see. Okay, where were we? Fair, but she looks cool. She does. She really does. Yeah! So the Kurayaminda is purified and the girl is back to normal. And the girl is under the impression that she has a dream about Cure ZukyoonKiss and Kiss. And then Idol is super thrilled about their performance. And yeah, Idol is still quite obsessed with Cure ZukyoonKiss. And then ZukyoonKiss texts in on Idol and asks her if she's okay. And ZukyoonKiss ends up after confirming that Idol is fine, she's about to leave when all of a sudden Idol thanks her for saving her. And she ends up asking, well, after ZukyoonKiss does her little Zukyoon and strikes her heart once again, Idol ends up asking, and this is something that's a little bit awkward, but she ends up asking Cure ZukyoonKiss if they could be friends. But then she realizes that it might be a bit too soon, and she kind of backtracks a little bit. But ZukyoonKiss giggles a little bit and is about to say that she's going to she would love to be friends with Idol, but then all of a sudden Kiss interrupts and says that they have to leave. Ooh. What could be going on? And so they end up leaving, but Idol is determined to figure out she wants to follow them. so she decides to follow them. She really wants to, like, she can't wait for until the next time that they meet. And so she chases after them. And just before that though, ZukyoonKiss was asking, like, as she left with ZukyoonKiss, ZukyoonKiss asked why, like, she was wondering why she couldn't be friends with them. And Kiss is vague in her response. But yeah, she doesn't. There's a reason for this. What could that reason be? Yeah! And that is the end of episode 18! Yeah! I think we're making pretty good progress like this. I hope you guys, I hope it's okay. But also, what was I gonna say? We can, like, depending on how soon we finish, we can still yap. Don't worry. I do wanna yap afterwards. Yeah. I just feel like it's best to get the episodes out of the way first, and then we can yap to our heart's content until they get EP. Yeah. Now I'm pretty sure following idols is a pretty faux pas. That's Uta who wanted to follow them, not Nana. Wait, did I say Nana? I meant Uta, but it's pure idol. It's Uta that's following them. Anyways, now we're at episode 19! And so, the episode begins with Kier Idol trying to follow Kier's killing ZukyoonKiss, but she lost track of them. She ends up losing track of them, and she can't find them anymore. And yeah, she's a bit sad that she can't find them, because it seemed like she was on a good track following them, but then all of a sudden they seem to have vanished. Interesting. But anyways, and so Idol is really wondering why she can't be friends with Kier's a Kid and ZukyoonKiss. And she's thinking. And she starts to realize that ZukyoonKiss does seem a little bit familiar. There's a little sense of, like, there's something about ZukyoonKiss that seems familiar to Idol, but she doesn't know what. She doesn't know what that is. What could it be? And then we see floating out from the trees. Oh my goodness, who is that coming out from the trees? What is happening? And so, later on, Uta is back at home. Uta's trying to figure out why ZukyoonKiss looks so familiar, and she tries to sketch out. Like a drawing of ZukyoonKiss, but it doesn't. It's like Uta's not the best at drawing, but it's okay. She still did her best. And so she then looks back at the camera, at the selfie, the final selfie that Puridan and her took together, and ironically, she said, Uta wishes that she could talk to Puridan about ZukyoonKiss. But yeah. Excuse me. And so, meanwhile, Puridan and Merodon are flying about in town. and then later, Uta once again she meets with Nana and Kokoro, and they rewatch the video. They rewatch the video of Purin saying that she's going to Kiraki Land, and they start to wonder when Purin is when they're supposed to come back, and when Tanaka is gonna come back, because it's been a little bit since he left too. And so they're thinking, and they wonder if it's possible that that the queen punished them. That the queen ended up punishing them somehow for whatever reason, for whatever silly thing that they did. Yeah, but they don't know for sure. And then we get introduced to a new character, a new friend, by Mikoto, which is Mikoto is one of the is one of Uta's classmates. We get introduced to Tsumugu, and Tsumugu is basically she writes I think she basically writes the school newspaper, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, actually no, she doesn't. Or at least she's around the Kira's age. I just forgot if she specifically writes for the newspaper. She probably does. But she also is part of like she runs a magazine, or she's part of a magazine that's called Entertainment Vroom Vroom. And so yeah, she runs she's part of a company that basically has a lot of news articles about celebrities and stuff, and gossip and stuff. So, also, it turns out that that Idol Precure was featured at one point on the magazine too. And this is where Tsumugu says that she wants to do a report on ZukyoonKiss and KISS. She wants to do an interview with them, or she wants to do a story on them. And upon hearing that, Uta is gladly accepts to help out, because she really wants to see ZukyoonKiss again. Yeah. And so Uta and Tsumugu are super excited to search for ZukyoonKiss or Zukyoon. Yeah. And Mikoto says that she's busy, so she won't be able to help. And after that, they decide to start figuring out where to look. And Tsumugu admits that she has no leads on them so far, on the ZukyoonKiss at all. And so she ends up asking the girls if they know anything about, if they happen to know anything about ZukyoonKiss, and they realize they can't talk about the fact that they're also Idol Precure, because that would be a bit awkward. They have to keep their identities a secret, so they can't mention it. They can't talk about the battles. Yeah, and then Tsumugu ends up leaving. She doesn't end up leaving, but she can tell that she really wants to uncover the secret, because there's there is something about like there's something about ZukyoonKiss that needs to be uncovered. And so Tsumugu dashes away to figure out, like, to try and, like, search around for ZukyoonKiss. And then the girls go to another part of town to start looking into ZukyoonKiss. And this is when the girls realize that that ZukyoonKiss are pretty, like, they're very likely Precures as well. They're Precure too. And they all three of them realize this, and they didn't think about this until now, that they Zukyoon and Kiss have other, like, they have their own identities. It's kind of silly how they didn't realize that until now. And so they're not sure what to do, because if their identities were to be found out, then that would probably, like, that would not be good at all either. And they probably want to stay out of the spotlight about their true identities. Just like how they have to keep it a secret. And so they're worried about something bad happening out of, like, resulting of this. And so they realize that they have to find Zukyoon and Kiss before Tsumugu does. And so they don't really have an idea of what their civilian forms could look like. And Uta decides to draw a picture depicting what she thinks Kirzukyun's civilian form could look like. And then they happen to see, like, after Uta shows her drawing of her depiction of what Kirzukyun could look like in her civilian form, they happen to see someone who looks quite similar to Uta's description. And so they decide to they realize that. But before we get into that, meanwhile with the Chokiri Team Chokiri, Zakuri is watching Kirzukyun and Kiss's performance, and he's actually not that fazed by Zukyoon and Kiss, like how Cuddy was with Idol and Idol Precure, basically. Hi, Shadow Senpai, welcome! Yeah, Zakuri is not, like, he's not as into it, like, he's not that amazed by Kirzukyun and Kirkiss like how Cuddy was with Idol Precure. And then Zakuri goes out to get some more Kira Kira under Chokirina's orders. And so, as the girls are trying to see, like, they're trying to follow the person who they think is Kirzukyun, Tsumugu appears, and then they panic. They panic because the person, Tsumugu ends up going after the person directly, which causes the girl to panic even more, because if that person really is Kirzukyun, then then what? Like, what's gonna happen then? Meanwhile, up in the sky, Megalodon seems to notice. Megalodon seems to notice the girls. Like, she sees them from above. And Puddydun ends up asking... what Megalodon is doing, what she's looking at. And Megalodon kind of just dismisses this. But if you notice, there's something a little bit different about Puddydun. If you can see what it is. Her bow has turned into stone. Interestingly enough. Yeah. What could this mean? But Megalodon says that she's happy that Puddydun can stay with her. And Puddydun, as normal, is still oblivious to Puddydun's Puddydun is oblivious to Megalodon's feelings. But we start to notice, what did Megalodon sacrifice? Because she seems to still be quite close to she still seems to retain her feelings for Puddydun. So what did she sacrifice? What is it? What could it be? And then all of a sudden, Puddydun's tummy rumbles, and that's when Megalodon says that she'll go get some food. And so meanwhile, back with Tsumugu and the girls, it turns out the person, Tsumugu ends up asking the person, and that person has no idea. That person has no idea who the who ZukyoonKiss is. You have no idea. And so after all of that, Tsumugu ends up wanting to. She wants to go. She still wants to search for ZukyoonKiss. And so they she still wants to do it. She still wants to look. And so they're about to continue the search, but then all of a sudden Zakuri appears and ends up taking Tsumugu's Kira from her motivation to search for ZukyoonKiss. And then she becomes a Kurayaminda. And then all of a sudden, that's when Puddydun she senses the Kurayaminda, and she's worried. And so Uta, Nana, and Kokoro are still looking. They're still looking for ZukyoonKiss, and they try to take pictures and all. And then, or at least Uta's trying to take pictures just so she doesn't miss anything. And then she ends up noticing in one of her pictures, Puddydun's there. What is Puddydun doing? Puddydun's back? Puddydun is back? And Uta wasn't notified? What? And so Uta runs after Puddydun. And the girls notice, Kokoro and Nana notice that the sky is getting darker. It's the same color when the Kurayaminda's there. And that's when Puddydun is facing the Uta sees Puddydun facing the Kurayaminda. And then Puddydun mentions something that shocks Uta. She basically says that she's going to protect Cure Idol. And then Megalodon arrives. Melodon arrives to them, to the scene, and that's when Melodon notices that Uta, Nana, and Kokoro are there, and they're just like in shock. What's going on? And then, well, they're left with no choice. They're left with no choice. They see. They witness Melodon and Puridun transform into ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss. More specifically, Puridun into ZukyoonKiss and Melodon into ZukyoonKiss. And the transformation is so good. Wait, let me show it. Hold on. Let me get to, some of the pictures of it, because it's so good, and we get to see a glimpse of their human forms, but it's not really confirmed if they're gonna be using their human forms yet. Like outside of them transforming. Very pretty. So we get to see their human forms. I love their transformation. They really went all out with the Sakuga. They really did went all out. It's so dynamic. It's so pretty. I highly recommend watching it if you haven't. It's so pretty. They have individual finishing poses though, and I'll show that. Okay, whoops. Hold on, there we go. Okay, wait, give me a second. There we go. Okay. Puridun and Melodon were ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss the whole time. And yeah, and they keep like expressing their shock over and over because they really can't realize it. And yeah, and so ZukyoonKiss is a bit confused as to what's going on. But they don't mind it and they start to fight. And so they end up facing the Kudayaminda, and things are going pretty swimmingly. And something that I found really cute was when like this little spot right here. Look at her! Look at ZukyoonKiss! That's so adorable. I love that little pose. I'm sorry for not chatting as much. It's okay, don't worry. Never apologize for not chatting much, okay? It's weird how we haven't seen them outside of that scene. Yeah, like in their civilian forms. Yeah, it is interesting. It makes me wonder if they're going to like have them in their civilian forms outside of battles at all. I don't know for sure yet. Yeah. Okay. And so they wonder how Melodon and Puddydun became ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss respectively. I don't know why I keep saying Melodon and then Puddydun instead of Puddydun and Melodon, but it's okay. And so ZukyoonKiss' answer is just she wanted to protect her idol, but Kiss says that she can explain more in detail. And so after they made the wish, after Puddydun and Melodon made the wish, Puddydun's ribbon got turned, it lost its color and turned to stone, essentially. And then from their hearts came out their Precure ribbons. And then the spoons that they had, the spoons that Uta gave them as for little mics, that turned into their Kira Kira Showtime mics, which is the microphones that they use for their attacks. They used it for their performances and for their main attack, ZukyoonKiss Destiny, and to transform. The mics are very pretty. So with that, as they gaze at the mics, what are those spoons made of? Who knows? But I'm pretty sure it was magic that turned, like the magic of the Harkirari lock that turned it into, that turned the spoons into the microphones. And so that's when. After that, they gained their human forms and their Cure forms simultaneously, and they became ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss. And they were shocked to find out that they became Precure, due to the, from the wish, from the Harkirari log. That's what it granted them. Yeah! And so they face off against the Kurayaminda once again, and they end up purifying it very fast. And then when Tsumugu wakes up, ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss are right in front of her, and they're there to check on her, and Tsumugu is quite shocked to see them. And so, after that, Tsumugu gives them her business card, and she offers she hopes that they're gonna contact her for an interview. And then she leaves afterwards. Well, yeah, she ends up leaving after she offers the interview and hopes that they'll agree to it. And they say that they don't mind. Yeah, and then after Tsumugu leaves, Puddydun and Zukyun and Kiss they de-transform and turn back into Puddydun and Melodon. And Melodon has her back turned, and Puddydun is just kind of looking there a little bit clueless. She's kind of, she doesn't seem like herself. She doesn't quite seem like herself. And yeah, they're still in shock that the cures that they were admiring were actually Puridun and Melodon. And Uta goes right ahead and hugs Puridun. And Puridun's just confused. She doesn't know what's going on. Or she doesn't seem to know what's going on. Hi Joe, welcome! Just stopped by to say I enjoyed yesterday's stream. I think you're very original game. Yeah! It was Uma Musume! You can play it as well. It's really silly. It's a really fun game. Yeah! And it's also based on real life racehorses. Yeah! And so, Uta is happy that Puridun is back home, and this is when Puridun is still quite confused, and that's when Puridun admits that she has no idea who Uta is, or who Nana is, or who Kokoro is. It finally happens. And this is why Melodon was trying to keep Puridun away from the cures. Because obviously she didn't want this to happen. But it did. And of course, the girls are shocked at this. And Uta takes this the hardest because, like, she's the closest to Puridun. And they try asking Melodon what's going on, and Melodon doesn't really say anything about this, and she just leaves it Puridun. And this leaves the girls wondering what happened. How did Puridun forget about them? Because clearly she's aware of her idol. She wanted to protect her idol, but she doesn't remember Uta. What happened? Yeah! And that is episode 19! Yeah! Okay, we're just about halfway there. I'm actually surprised it's going faster than I expected. Yeah! Okay. I hope it's okay. I hope you guys are okay. Like with this format. I know it's a little bit more like more me just focusing on talking and less like yapping, but we're getting through the episodes though. I'm having fun just listening in. I'm glad, yeah. I'm not ready for this heartbreak again. I'm sorry we're going through it again. Yeah, but we have to go through it. But don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get things will hopefully get better. Maybe. Who knows? Only episode 20 and 21 will tell. Okay. So, episode 20. Okay. So, obviously, the next day, Uta is quite devastated that Puridun doesn't remember her at all. And she's wondering why, and she ends up screaming in the middle of class, because she's so distracted, and it catches everyone off guard. And meanwhile, back at the cafe after school, they're wondering why. They still wonder why Pudidun can't remember the girl. Like, why Pudidun can't remember any of them. And then we see Tanaka come back, but he's quite. He hasn't been there in a while, and he hasn't been to Kirakiland in a while, and it's quite in not the best of states right now. And so he had quite the journey. Yeah, he had quite the journey that happened. Yeah, and so he ends up explaining to the girls about the whole situation. And he does indeed confirm that the queen told him that Pudidun's memories are locked away, and there's a very good chance that Uta will Pudidun will never remember Uta, and this obviously hurts Uta a lot. What happened? Did he get lost in the jungle? No. He went through he went to Kirakiland, which is currently taken over by darkness. By Darkine. So yeah. Things happen and he wasn't used to it. Kirakiland, if you want to know how Kirakiland was looking like while Tanaka and Pudidun and Merodon were there, this is the current state of Kirakiland. It looks quite like a wasteland right now. It is really not in the best of shape. Yeah, and they're working to restore it by collecting the Kirarun ribbons. Yeah. And so Tanaka said that he had talked to the queen about what had happened to Merodon and Pudidun, and he confirms that the queen did tell him that they indeed used the power of the heart Kirari lock to become ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss. And Tanaka takes them to the spot where the heart Kirari lock was advertised, and normally it's advertised as a cute couple's locking your the tradition of locking confessing your love in a lock and then locking it so that it's sealed forever. We saw in episode I think it was 15. It was either 15 or 16. I forgot which one it was. No, actually, no. It was 15. I think that we saw it, or 14. I think it was 15 though. Episode 15. Yeah, I think it was episode 15 too. But the true legend is that you make a wish, the heart Kirari lock can grant any wish at the cost of giving up what you treasure most. And so Pudidun treasured what Pudidun treasured the most was her memories with Uta. Which is why she doesn't remember at all, and this devastates Uta. That Pudidun would the fact that Pudidun sacrificed her own memories just to protect her, and in the process, Pudidun's memories of Nana and Kokoro are gone as well. They don't remember anything. Pudidun doesn't remember anything. And then they ask what Megalon had locked away, and the queen seems to know what Megalon had locked away, but she doesn't tell them. She didn't tell Tanaka. So not even Tanaka knows. Only the queen and Megalon herself knows what she locked away. But again, it doesn't seem to be her. It doesn't seem to be her love for like her feelings for Purirun. So what is it? What did she actually lock away? We don't know. And so Uta does want to try, like she wants to try and and see if there's any way to restore Purirun's memories, or at least talk to at least see if there's any way at all that Purirun would happen to remember Uta by. They wonder where Megalon and Purirun could be hiding once they came back. And it turns out it was at the Kirakiran branch office, and while Tanaka was away, they turned it into their own little home. And then Megalon was making food for Purirun. Yeah. It's like their own little home. And yeah, and Megalon made some omurice for Purirun. And she just starts to eat. And then she also made crab sausages as well. And this is interesting to note. They're crab sausages. We keep that in mind for later. Or at least maybe not for this episode, but for a future episode. They stole Tanaka's home, yeah. Tanaka's house is turning into pink, it is! Also, hi, Wet Sticky Socks, welcome! I'm feeling sleepy, I'll see you. Bye, Kevin, thank you for stopping by! Have a good night! But yeah. And so... is that the main episode on episode 21? Not episode 21, you'll see. You'll see eventually. Actually, wait. No, my bad. It is gonna happen, I think, either in this episode or the next. Depending. Just keep the fact of, the fact that Megalon made, the crab sausages. Anyways. And so, Purirun eats. And, Megalon is super pleased since this was her dream to live with Purirun. Again, it makes you wonder, what did Megalon sacrifice? Because her feelings are obviously still there. What did she sacrifice? Believe it or not, I was actually attempting to cook those crab sausages earlier. Really? I'll tweet you a picture. Please do! I want to see! Also, hi, Mr. Williams! Welcome! Also, hi, Jenna! Welcome! Has anyone seen Cuddy? I'm starting to miss him. Have you caught up with episode 17 of You and Idol Precure? I suggest you start there. You might find the answer, but he hasn't been there since. That's all I'll say. Should mention I'm here even though I'm not chatting. This stream is great. Yeah! Hi, Time! Thank you! It's okay if you're not chatting as much. Don't worry. I know this is like a recap stream, so it's kind of more me yapping and you guys listening more so. But it's okay. Like we're making good progress. We're on the 4th episode out of 5 that we have to cover today, and we're making good progress. Yeah. Okay, where were we? So, Yeah, Tanaka is quite shocked to see that his house got turned like super cutesy and pink. This is what they turned the branch office into. This is what it looks like now. It's so cute. I like it. It's adorable. Yeah. So. Yeah, and so they enter in. Like Uta enters the house, and Megalon is quite is quite annoyed that they're here, and this proves that Megalon does still remember them, and Megalon says that she does remember them, unfortunately. And then Uta approaches Puririn and asks her if she remembers her, and Puririn does not, and yeah, this shocks the girls again. But then Uta shows a video of Cure Idol's performance, and that's when Puririn is like, "Oh, that's Cure Idol! I know her!" And then Uta is just like, "I know, like, I am Cure Idol. That's me." And then Puririn's just like, "But you're not Cure Idol." She literally doesn't believe her. And so, and then Megalon interrupts and said that they're happily living in this house. But Tanaka ends up like saying that it's his house, and this is when Puririn doesn't recognize Tanaka in his human form, and then that's when Tanaka does his little scratchy thing that he has done with Puririn before, like just scratching underneath her chin. And then after that, we finally see Tanaka's fairy form. Look at this little guy. He's so silly. He's so silly. Look at him. That's his fairy form. It's really cute. Yeah, this is Tanaka in his fairy form. He is a fairy. He did mention that. I love his glasses. Just as the picture from the past episodes had predicted. Yep, exactly. Yeah, and his name is Tanakan. But yeah, have you noticed Tanakan, Puririn, and Picarine all have a single eighth note symbol? Megalon is the only one with a beamed note. Yeah, that is interesting. I do have my theories on what Megalon I don't know for sure yet. But it's interesting to think what Megalon what sets her apart, because we do know that she's the only fairy in Kirakiland that does not emit Kirakira, and she was also quite secluded before, until Puririn reached out to her. What could Megalon be hiding? She's obviously hiding something, but we don't know what that is yet. What could it be? But anyways, let's continue with the episode. And so, yeah. And this is the first time that the girls see Tanakan in his fairy form. And so Megalon is acting just as jealous, and then Nana is starting to realize something, that everything up until meeting Uta, or Cure Idol technically, Putidun remembers. But anything past that, she does not, except for Cure Idol. So basically, she remembers stuff from her past, just nothing about Uta, only, or anything once she had arrived in Kiraki Land. And she only remembers, she only knows about Cure Idol. Anything related to Uta, Nana, or Kokoro, she has completely forgore. She forgore. She has no recollection. She doesn't remember. She does not remember. But they do notice that Megalon still remembers them somehow. And so this is when Uta decides that she's going to try. They're gonna try to make Putidun remember. And so they go on a picnic to make Putidun remember. And at first, Megalon's not too pleased about this, but she realizes if she can go on a picnic with Putidun, then why not? And so they go out on their picnic, and they're going on a hike as well, up a mountain. And so then, Tanaka stays behind to start to do something to help assist with some little ideas that they have to try and jog Putidun's memory. And so, as they're walking, first Uta asks if Putidun remembers the pochette that was made for her, and Putidun does not remember. But she thinks it's cute though. I think she mentioned it. She thinks it's cute, but she did not remember it. She says the first time seeing it. And then she notices a river. And then at the river, they call Tanaka on the walkie-talkie and tell him to start something, to start Operation Remember. And then they notice in the water, oh my goodness! What's in the water? Could it be? Is that a peach? Basically, they try to reenact arriving in Hanamichi town via a peach, which is how Uta ended up meeting Putidun in episode 1. A rocky peach, yeah. It's like a makeshift peach. They tried to make it. They tried to recreate it. And yeah. Uta takes it out, goes and takes it out, and Putidun and Megalon help as well. And Uta tries to see if this reminds Putidun of anything, but she does not remember anything of it. And so then Uta ends up showing the outfit that she had made for Putidun, or that was made for Putidun. But ironically, Putidun finds it cute. She doesn't remember. And she doesn't remember the outfit, she doesn't, recall, that the outfit was made for her. And she thinks it would look cute on Megalon instead, ironically. Because the outfit is supposed to, the outfit is reminiscent of Cure Idol, which Putidun points out, and she thought that Megalon would look cute in it. What episode are we on? We're on episode 20 right now. Yeah! There's a pun that didn't get translated. Amoy means both heavy and to remind. Ah! That explains it. Yeah! Okay. And Uta goes even as far as to bring back the guy from episode 1 who they mistook for Precure, Kurikuta. She brought him back just for this. And Puridan still didn't recognize him. But what she does remember was chestnuts, chestnuts, which is not what Uta was hoping for. Uta also tries like showing the pretty holic products, and that doesn't do anything either. There's another part here. Kurikuta is eating chestnuts. Kurikuta ga kurikuta. Ah, I see. Yeah. Man, it's a shame sometimes when the puns don't get translated. But it's okay. It's still funny regardless. And Menon goes to say that Puridan will never remember. Nothing will work. Nothing will work that'll get Puridan to remember. And then all of a sudden, Puridan says that she wants to go to ride the lips, which they end up going to do. And then meanwhile, with Team Chokiri, Zakuri is tired. He has been working overtime ever since Cuddy has been purified. And Chokirina just tells him to stop slacking off. And yeah, and she refuses to hire anyone else to ease the workload that Zakuri has. And poor Zakuri has to deal with all the workload of like going out every time to like face the cures, and he's getting tired of this. Poor Zakuri. Like I really feel like it's only a matter of time before he just doesn't want to work anymore for Team Chokiri. And then that makes me wonder, what's gonna happen then? Will Chokirine finally have to battle? Will she finally face the cures? Because the only time she fought the cures was in episode 11. And that was like nearly 10 episodes ago. Over 10 episodes ago. Now, like if you count the fact that we're at episode 22 was the latest episode to air. But yeah. But anyways, Zakuri has to go out, much to his dismay. And so they go ahead and ride. They go ahead and ride on the lift. And after a game of rock paper scissors, Puridan is paired with Nana and Kokoro, and Uta is paired with Medaron to go on the lift. There we go. Yeah, to ride together. And Medaron's not too pleased by this. And this is when Uta says that she's thankful for helping Puridan make her wish come true, in order to help her. Because despite Puridan losing her memories, it was still a very selfless deed. And even for Medaron, it was still selfless. The fact that even though Medaron does not like the girls, her wish was still the same. Her wish was Puridan's wish. And Uta's still very grateful for that. And so, then they finally start their picnic. And during the picnic, Medaron is wondering why Uta was being so nice. Why is she, why despite everything, that she's, she's still grateful for Puridan and Medaron's sacrifice, even though it pains her, even though it pains Uta that Puridan is not remembering anything. And then this is where I remember. Okay, you remember the crab sausages? Because originally, what Uta had given to Puridan before, she would feed her octopus octopus-shaped sausages. These sausages. And Puddydun does not remember them at all, and she was expecting crab sausages, but she still likes them nonetheless. And this is when Uta's getting more and more discouraged that Puddydun is just not remembering anything. And so then they start to sing. And then Puddydun, ironically, she ends up asking Melodon if she really did forget anything. But she's like clueless about it. And Melodon is just silent. And then Zakuri appears, and he's jealous of everyone being able to enjoy their days off. And then, as a runner passes by, that gets him even more upset that he can't have a day off for himself. And so he turns the runner into a Kurayaminda, and then Puddydun senses the Kurayaminda, and they go out to fight. And then Puddydun actually sees Uta transform into Cure Idol this time around, which basically confirms it confirms what Uta was telling Puddydun earlier, that she actually is Cure Idol. So at least she's aware now that, that Uta is in fact Cure Idol. And so Puddydun is super duper excited. What could make a henchman quit? Not the ethics or being evil, but the working hours, yeah. Zakuri deserves a break! He deserves a break! I feel bad for him. Like, he's being overworked now. He deserves to have a break. Anyways, Puddydun's super excited, and then she ends up pulling out the Kiraki light, which she forgot the name of too. She didn't realize she had this. She looks at it in surprise, but she basically doesn't really care at this point. And she's like, "Oh well, I'm gonna use this to cheer anyway. I don't know what this is, but I'll use it to cheer on Cure Idol anyway." And then Puddydun, this is when Idol notices that Puddydun is cheering for her, like before. This gives Idol hope that maybe Puddydun will actually remember now. And Melodon is a bit worried now that Puddydun could regain her memories. But anyways, the Cures start to fight. And Puddydun is cheering on Cure Idol and the rest. But then, as Puddydun is waving the Kiraki light, Melodon tells her it's time to transform, and she pulls her away, and that makes Puddydun drop the Kiraki light. And so, Puddydun and Kiss turn into... Oh my goodness. Puddydun and Melodon turn into Cure Kiss, and Cure ZukyoonKiss. And this is the first time. That Tanaka is seeing their transformation too. Yeah. And so the fight continues on, and Idol Cures are not doing too well. And ZukyoonKiss, they join in the battle, and they're able to defeat the Kurayaminda, and they end up purifying the Kurayaminda, and they get another Kiraru ribbon. And Zakuri is getting frustrated at this point because he has had no breaks. He's getting exhausted. He just wants to have a break. and he blames Dad for his loss, like the lack of days off. Anyways, as they're going home, as they're going home, they're still they're talking about the fact that Peyton's still not remembering anything. But Uta mentions that she is glad that Peyton had the kiraki light still, and Peyton tries to find the kiraki light, and it turns out she lost it. And then Uta gets worried because this is the only thing thing that had any glimpse of Puridan remembering anything about her, about Uta and everyone. So she rushes to go and find it, and then hours go by, and it's raining, and the girls are everyone else is looking for Uta, and they can't find her. And then Uta comes back, but she's quite exhausted, and yeah, she was like looking for a while for the kiraki light, but she found it. She did find the kiraki light, but at what cost? She was very exhausted, and she looks at Puridan as she's holding the kiraki light. And after that, Uta just faints. Because she's just like, she faints from exhaustion, and also like trying to look for, like all this time she was looking for the kiraki light. She found it, but she exhausted herself to find it. And that's the end of episode... That's the end of episode 21. It is quite the episode to episode 20. That's the end of episode 20. It's quite the episode to end on. Yeah. Okay. Before we move on to episode 21, I'm gonna take a little break because I've been literally yapping almost non-stop for like 2 hours straight. So, okay, I'm gonna take a little short break, and after we're gonna talk about the final episode that we have for the recap, which is episode 21. Yeah. Okay. I will be back, guys. Okay, don't be silly while I'm gone, okay? I wanted to rest my voice for a little bit since, yeah, I was pretty much talking for like 2 hours straight, non-stop. Yeah! Also, before we get into episode 21, I did see you guys talking about like your critiques about the season so far. I thought maybe I should throw in my 2 cents because don't get me wrong, I do like I do love Precure and all, and but I do want to acknowledge like, you know, like my own critiques about it as well, because obviously it's not perfect. I know it's not perfect. No season is necessarily perfect, but yeah, I do want to go over my thoughts a little bit. Also, BB thank you for the green super chat. Thank you. Objection to what? Huh? I tweeted you the picture of the crab sausages. Oh, I'll take a look. Yeah. But yeah, I do want to say, I do like the idol theme. Could it have been like so far how it's being executed? I feel like, to be fair, I feel like it is like prioritizing the fact that it is a magical girl anime more than an idol anime. To be fair, it just has an idol theme. But I still am a little disappointed so far over and this is just my personal opinion. I still enjoy every episode because it's still very funny and fun. But like I kind of miss when the Cures would kind of rotate like with their songs, because I think ever since Trio Dreams it's just been the same songs over and over again. And I'm kind of hoping that like in the later half that there's gonna be more solo songs that like for the Cures. But at this rate, I don't know, because I'm figuring they're gonna probably have a group song, all 5 of them, eventually. But I don't know about solo songs. I'm a little bit disappointed because the music in Precure means a lot to me, since that's since I didn't have access, like I wasn't really able to watch like episodes consistently, since I didn't always know where to look to watch them at the time. Like I really connected with the music for Precure, so yeah, I am a little bit saddened by, you know, like by how, like, at least music wise, but like the music is still really good, but it's just kind of a little bit repetitive. It can get quite tiresome, and I hope we can get more songs for each other Cures once again. Yeah, I don't know if it'll actually happen though, to be fair, because again, I think they're more focusing on the magical girl aspect more than the idol aspect. But it's okay, because like Precure is first and foremost a magical girl series. Yeah, but I do get the, like, it can get a little bit, especially since Trio Dreams was the what is the ending song as well. I kind of wish they had another song for that, but I digress. Also, BB thank you again for the blue super chat. Thank you. Objection to the question you just asked. What? Okay. But anyways, okay. Episode 21 is very important because of the name. Can it be translated? Episode 21 we will see, because this is a direct continuation of what just happened here. It makes sense though that it's indeed a magical girl show. It is a magical girl show at first. Yeah. I do wish it had a bit more songs. There is the vocal album, but like something I wish they did. Like I wish they did 2 vocal albums again. I don't know why they stopped. Like ever since Hugto, they no, ever since Star Twinkle, I think. Or was it Star? I can't remember. I think it was Star Twinkle that started it. They went down to only doing 1 vocal album per season instead of 2. They used to have 2, but now they only do 1. And it's a shame because, like, for an idol theme season, you would think they'd have more songs, you know? Yeah. Also, like, I do want to give, at least for Metadon's, like, for Metadon's part of the story, like, her part of the plot, like, I want to give it the benefit of the doubt because we're still halfway through, like, we're just about close to the halfway mark of the season, so a lot of things can change. So I still want to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure, like, I know so far we don't know too much about her and she's kind of being mysterious. But only time will tell what happens with her. You know? Who knows? Maybe some people might not like her at first, but then, depending on what happens with the season, maybe like she'll become your favorite character. Who knows? You never know. But yeah. I think Melodon is a twist villain. Only time will tell if she is. I don't think she would be, but that would be quite the twist. If she would be. But I don't think so. But we don't know yet. It's all speculation, yeah. My thing with Melon is her relationship with Brayden has huge red flags, like in IRL situations. Yeah, I do see where you're coming from. She is quite possessive of Brayden. Yeah, I do get that. But yeah, I get where you're coming from for that. We'll only see it like with time, like her reasoning, like if her reasoning, like if there's more to it. But still, this isn't normal possessive. This is Sailor Moon tier possessive. Maybe I just haven't watched that many like anime that involve like possessiveness. For me, there are red flags, but she hasn't really done anything to cross the line yet. Yeah, I don't think she would. I don't think she would, really. I know there are red flags, but I don't think I've really like watched many anime that involve like super possessive characters, like Melodon. But yeah, we will see. We will see how things go with Melodon for now. Baby Nose, thank you for the green super chat. Thank you. A bigger twist is if Sugarplums was the favorite antagonist. I am not a care. I'm just a magical girl, but I'm not a care. No. And also, I can't be the main antagonist. I'm not even in Idol Precure. I'm not even in Precure. Okay, let's get into episode. Let's get into episode 21. Yeah. Okay. So, episode 21. So, it starts off. Things seem to be going okay. Things seem to be going better with Uta. She's recovered. She seems to have recovered after everything. And yeah, she had like Kokoro and Nana are there, and they invited her for. Well, they came over to her house to have snacks together, you know? And wait, hold on. They have snacks. And yeah. And Uta is she's still sad that Puridan still didn't remember anything after all. And she's about to take a picture of the cake that they're gonna eat with the camera, but then she sees another picture of another selfie of theirs, and she gets disappointed again. And so, as Kokoro and Nana are leaving, Nana wants Kokoro to come with her to go to Tanaka's house to visit Melon and Purirun. Yeah, and Purirun is trying to remember. Well, at least she's not trying to remember, but she's curious now because she's being told that she's supposed to remember something, but she doesn't know what she's supposed to be remembering. She doesn't know what she forgot, and so she's just glancing at the kiraki light and waving it a bit, trying to remember. And Melodon is seeing this, and she realizes that maybe she might not be Puridun's favorite, even despite everything. Yeah. And then Nana and Kokoro arrive, and Melodon is a little bit surprised to see them here, and Puridun hasn't noticed that they arrived yet, and so Nana ends up questioning Melodon about the Harkirari lock. And they really want to know how to if there's any way to restore Purirun's memories, because Uta is quite sad about it. And Melodon just informs them that it won't work. Her memory, Purirun's memories won't be restored unless a miracle happens. Yeah. And Purirun's she's still reciting the phrase, and she says that it's a magic spell, at least to her. And Purirun feels that something's missing. She can tell that there's a hole in her heart that she doesn't know what it is. She doesn't know what it is, but she knows something's missing. So, and Melodon decides that she's going to find what Purirun lost. And this makes Purirun happy. And yeah. And so later on during the evening of that day, Uta is going through the photos of all the memories that they've had with Purirun, and then the video of Purirun leaving for Kiraki Land appears again. And yeah, Uta's quite sad at seeing it again, and she starts to cry. She can't help but cry over the fact that Purirun will probably never remember her again. Yeah. And then later, back at Team Chokiri, it seems that Chokirine basically has put out a bunch of different glasses with different drinks, and one of those glasses has spice in it. It has a spicy. It's a spicy drink essentially. And if Zakuri drinks the spicy one, one, then he has to go to work. And so he drinks a glass, and it turns out to be spicy, and yeah. And then he tries drinking the rest, and it turns out more of the glasses were spicy, and they were all spicy, so it was pretty much rigged. And Tokirine ends up giving him a crystal that is able to turn the fairies from Kiraki Land into Makurandas. Yeah. Poor Uta, she really missed Puriden so much. She did. Poor Puriden. Well, Puriden too, because Puriden's like not like she's not realizing it so far, but especially Uta. Poor Uta. Is it okay that there are alcohol references in a kid show? I don't know. I will say that this is a bit questionable. I'm just gonna say for the sake of it, I'm just gonna assume the drinks are non-alcoholic. I can't really I don't know how to really I don't know how common it is in in other countries, but yeah, I don't know for sure. I can't. Yeah, I'm just assuming that the drinks are non-alcoholic. Only America and Canada have issues with that. Is that true? Okay, I didn't know. Maybe that's why. Yeah, because I'm not sure about how it is in other countries. So yeah. I never knew that. I didn't know that either. I guess because it's rare that the alcohol is depicted. But I don't think I don't even think it's I personally don't even assume it's alcohol, really. I just don't think about it. About the drinks being alcoholic specifically. I just assume they're regular non-alcoholic drinks, by default. Hi Ben, welcome! Bonjour! Ça va bien? Well, anyways, okay. Let's get back to the episode. Okay, so Uta ends up Uta checks on her is checked on her fever by her parents, and her fever is going down, but she's still quite out of it, and she ends up accidentally pouring milk. She overflows her glass of milk, and she makes a mess because she's still thinking about Puriden, not remembering her, and she's just very sad about the whole thing. And then her father gives words of advice, and says to make mistakes now so you don't make them as an adult. And this basically resonates with Uta more, with the fact of making more in the sense of making things doing things now, doing things in the now. And she's all cheered up, and she ends up going to school. And she's really eager now, because essentially she wants to start something new from this point on. And then she meets up with her friends at her classmates at school, and they're surprised to see that she's better. Yeah. And then meanwhile, back with Puriden and Melodon. Melodon has gotten a lot of little the fortune gummies from before. And apparently, one of those, some of those gummies have, some of those fortune gummies have a, they have a good miracle luck card. Like a good miracle luck fortune gummy. It's said to bring good, miraculous luck. And Melodon claims that this could be the key to bringing back Puddydun's memories. She's wailing for a miracle, literally, yeah. And so Puddydun is grateful for Melodon about this, and Melodon's quite happy about Puddydun praising her. And so they start opening, and they, but as they're opening up one of the fortune gummies, Uta comes in. But and they leave the fortune on the they leave the fortune behind, like the one that Puddydun opened. And it turns out it's the miracle luck one. Oh, foreshadowing. How'd she get all those gummies? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Who knows how Melodon gets stuff? How did Melodon get the food to eat? Who knows? I don't know how she got them. I guess she managed somehow. I guess the fairies manage somehow when they're trying to live in the human world. Yeah. And so Uta comes in. And Melodon is a little bit angry at this because she still doesn't like she still doesn't like Uta that much. And Uta said that she wants to do something with Puddydun. And Melodon is not too pleased with this. She doesn't really want Uta trying. But Uta does it anyway, and she takes a selfie with Puddydun. They take a new picture, and it's so cute. Essentially, what Uta wanted to do now was start to make new memories, since if the old ones can't be recovered, then just start anew. Look at that! Look at Puddydun! Puddydun's so adorable! Hi, Tamari! Welcome! Puddydun's so cute there. I really do admire Uta's maturity here. Yeah. But she isn't smiling. That's true. But she's a little bit, surprised, I guess. She's kind of confused. And yeah, Uta says that she wants to make new memories with Puddydun. And yeah, and Puddydun is happy about this. Even though she may not remember Uta from before, she's fine with this. And so as they're celebrating, Zakuri comes in, and he ends up doing the unthinkable, which I didn't think would happen. But he snatches Puddydun as the victim and turns her into a Kurayaminda. It doesn't mean they can't be friends anymore. Exactly! You can just start over. But yeah, their celebration is cut short. Puddydun's in danger. And she becomes a Kurayaminda in the shape of the Kiraki light. And so Melodon is ready to transform, but she realizes she can't transform if Puddydun's not there. So she's stuck. And then, as Uta is about to transform, the Kurayaminda blasts a beam at her idol heart brooch. And her idol heart brooch is trapped in a crystal and can't be used anymore. And so both Melodon and Uta are trapped since they can't transform. And Meanwhile, Tanaka wakes up and he sees all of this, and so he decides that, like, he realizes that he has to go get Nana and Kokoro to help. So he goes and flies off in the meantime. And so Uta's trying her best to avoid the Kunayaminda, and she's trying her best, but it's tricky, and she's trying to bring her back. It doesn't quite work yet. And just before the Kunayaminda is able to hurt Uta, Melodon pushes Uta out of the way and saves her. And essentially, Melodon ends up telling her that like she can't bring Puniden back. Like, her memories are gone. The mascot became a monster. Yeah. Like, and this is a also a very crucial point, because Puniden is now like stuck as a Kudayaminda, and she can't, like, you know, in order to like remember, she needs to like remember like Uta and stuff, but she doesn't really remember. And yeah, Melodon says that she's not it'll only take a miracle for her for Puniden to remember anything. And then after that, Melodon is hit by a laser and is turned into is trapped inside a crystal. And that leaves Uta alone with the Kudayaminda. By the way, I noticed this Kudayaminda seems to be able to copy Idol Precure's abilities. It used Cure Wing's axe kicks and Kinkun laser. Yeah, I noticed that! Yeah, it's interesting how it copies their abilities, even though, like, technically Puniden kind of forgot about the cures, you know? Or maybe she still remembers the cures, just not Uta, Nana, and Kokoro specifically. But yeah! So Uta is left on her own to deal with the Kudayaminda, and she can't even transform. And so she, Uta doesn't want Uta like refuses to give up, and Uta decides to sing because she remembers that Puniden loved her singing, and that was one of the few things that she hasn't tried yet. And so she reaches out to Puniden through song and starts singing Smiles in Unison, her song. And she tries her best, and even when the Kudayaminda grasps her and is like making it difficult for her to sing, she still persists. But then deep down she hears a voice. It's Puniden! Puniden is actually remembering. She's remembering! Can Puniden come back? I bet this reminded Puniden of Cure Idol's debut when Uta faced Makananda just with her song. Yeah! Exactly! She's remembering! Yeah! So they start singing together, and Puniden's ribbon starts to crack, like, because it was grayed out and turned to stone. And then they start remembering, like, Puniden and Uta start remembering all of their memories together, and the ribbon cracks. And Puniden is freed from the Kudayaminda! And her bow is back to normal. Her memories are back! Yeah! She remember! Puniden is back! Yeah! She remember. And then with this, Care Idol's, like her, Uta's idol heart brooch is freed, and also Melodon is freed. And Melodon ends up noticing that Polydon is with Uta, and that a miracle did indeed happen. But then the Kudayaminda is somehow still active, and they still need to stop it, even though Polydon is freed from the Kudayaminda. I didn't think they could act even without the person without the victim. But I guess they can. And so the Kudayaminda is going crazy, and so Uta transforms, and Polydon and Melodon transform into their cure forms, and they go ahead and purify. They go ahead and purify the Kudayaminda. Although I will say, I felt it was kind of like I didn't really quite understand, like, if there wasn't too much more to the fight. They just ended up like, because Idol ended up transforming for almost nothing. But I digress, because there's a very pretty scene afterwards, so it's fine. I guess for the upcoming scene that I'll mention, it works. But yeah, I just found it a little silly how Uta ended up just transforming only for ZukyoonKiss to just immediately purify the Kudayaminda. But anyways, and so the Kudayaminda is purified, and the Kirakira is back. And Zakuri is about like, he's quite annoyed, and he's about to fight back, but then ZukyoonKiss and Kirwink are here to stop him from doing that, and so Zakuri just retreats. And then Kier Idol and Zukyoon face each other. They look at each other, and they're finally back together. They're finally, Polydon's memories are finally back! Yeah! And she remembers. Also, I will say, like, this is the scene. Basically, they detransform. They detransform back into their regular forms. But yeah, otherwise, I feel like it was a little bit silly for Idol to transform. But oh well. She remembers. Yeah! That would be my only other critique of this season. They introduced two characters more powerful than the main character, so it makes the three cures feel a little unneeded battle-wise. Yeah, it's kind of... That's like, it is kind of a little bit... like, sometimes Precure has, like, that thing where, like, when the new cures arrive, like, they're like, super, like, they're a lot stronger. But so far... Like, and I think it's because they want to show off, they want to show off the attack, like, the ZukyoonKiss attack, like ZukyoonKiss Destiny and ZukyoonKiss's song Awakening Harmony. But I will say it is, like, plot-wise, it does feel like I do wish that that Idol, Wink, and Kyun can, like, do a little bit more, because it just feels a bit awkward. But I get it. I do get it is like the ZukyoonKiss arc, so I guess it makes sense. It makes sense, but I do get where you guys are coming from, though. Because, like, I will say it is a little annoying, like not getting to see them much in action. And hopefully we get to see ZukyoonKiss like fight more too, because most of the time what I've noticed is they end up, like, the battles are quite short. They end up like using their sub attacks at best, or like they throw a few punches and kicks, and then boom, the they do awakening, like they perform ZukyoonKiss Destiny, and it's just like, whoa, the battle's over. Okay, but I guess it's to show their strength, but yeah, I do wish there was an upgrade, like, cause I think sometimes the cures do get an upgrade at this point, but I guess not. I guess we're not really. I guess Trio Dreams was the upgrade technically, but it didn't really feel like an upgrade. They're too OP, please nerf. Maybe the next power up will put them on even footing. Yeah, and I have a feeling it's only a matter of time soon enough where Zakuri is probably going to quit, or like he's going to get turned into probably a Zakuri Minda, I guess. That's what I'm gonna call it, I'm assuming. And yeah, and like he's probably gonna get purified next. Like it's only a matter of time. I just don't know which episode it's gonna be where he gets purified. But I have a feeling it's soon because he's getting quite frustrated. It's only a matter of time until then. And I think at that point, either then or after that, once Chokirine has to deal with stuff, like she has to deal with the cures herself, then she'll, like, then probably, like, whatever her version of the Makurandas or Kudayamindas she has will be probably even stronger. So yeah, only time will tell. But I do wish, like, I wish the cures could have had more times to use their solo songs, like in a stronger form, because I kind of miss their songs. I do miss their solo songs. It was nice hearing them, and it was nice getting that little variation every now and then, you know. But hopefully soon enough, hopefully something will make things a little bit more, with variety. But given how, like, they most likely might get a full group attack, I don't know how that'll work. I don't know. Part of me is a little bit worried that, like, we for a certain amount of time we might be hearing the same song over and over again, but I hope I'm wrong. But anyways, hi Animal Tap, welcome! Also, we're almost done with the episode. There's just a teeny bit left. We're almost done though. So yeah, and Buriden are finally back together, and Uta breaks down because she's just so happy. She's just so happy that Buriden's memories are back, and Melodon is jealous of this, of course. She wanted to be the one to restore Buriden's memories, but even then, even if Melodon was the one to restore her memories, Buriden still would have went towards, to Uta. But I guess it's the gratitude probably that she wants, you know, the acknowledgement and gratitude of it. But anyways, and so the girls are happy that Buriden is back, and they want now they can be a team, they can be a whole team since Buriden is a cure now. But Melodon being Melodon, she ends up saying, no, we are separate. You guys are Idol Precure. We are ZukyoonKiss. We're different. We're different teams, actually. And she actually declares that they're actually rivals now, and that shocks the girls, and the episode ends there. Yeah! And that is the end. That is the end of episode 21. It was quite a happy reunion. I'm glad that Buriden's memories are finally back. Yeah! What will happen next time? Only time will tell. I know technically episode 22 already aired, but we'll be talking about episode 22 in the July recap, which will be probably like next month. Yeah! Happy endings are always nice, yeah. Also, hi, Mr. Sam, welcome! Yeah! I am still, like, despite the critiques I have of the season so far, I'm still enjoying it because the comedy is so good. It's so silly. I love how silly it is. And, like, I am, like, despite how Metalon is, I am curious to see what she's hiding. Like, why is she like this? Is there a reason why she's so protective of Buridun? Like, aside from the fact that Buridun is, seems to be the only one who reached out to her at first, you know? And, she was the only, they were the only ones who managed to escape Kiraki Land at the time. But yeah. I don't know for sure yet. Only time will tell. But I'm curious to see how things go for Metalon. But yeah! For sure. Don't get me wrong. I still like it, and ZukyoonKiss is my second favorite. Yeah, I really like ZukyoonKiss as well. I love how like cute she acts sometimes. You know, she still has like Buridun's personality, even though she's not as silly. She's still cute. But yeah. There's a game called World's End Club. It's a game on iOS, Switch, and Steam. Ooh. Maybe I'll look into it, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of, like, if it involves like apocalypses, I'm not the biggest fan of that. Or like post-apocalyptic worlds. Like, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of like those settings. Random thought, I wonder how the Idol Precure team would do against the Noise Marines of Warhammer 40k. I have no idea, honestly. I don't know. Also, I will admit, I do like ZukyoonKiss's design as well. Like, I like all of their designs, really. They're really nice. But yeah! I can't believe we're, like, really close to the halfway mark, really. It doesn't feel like it. It really doesn't feel like we're already, like, close to the halfway point. Yeah. And I didn't think that, like, I will say, like, at first I was a little bit, I felt like, ZukyoonKiss and ZukyoonKiss were, like, appearing a bit too early for my taste. Because, you know, it was episode 17. But then again, there are some other seasons, though I think, for different reasons, they had the mid-season cure appear at a similar time. So it might not, like, it's still, like, not too different, but still. Noise Marines are super soldiers who use speakers and instruments for ultra-powerful sound waves. Ah, I see. Yeah, I don't know how they would do. I mean, that sounds similar to, like, the negatones in Sweet Precure, so maybe the Sweet Precure would be able to handle them. But anyways. I don't think the Precures would do well against the Noise Marines, mainly because the genres they're from are too different. That's fair. That is fair. Yeah. Do the negatones worship a chaos god named Slanish? Wait, why did it? Huh? Wait, huh? Wait, what? Huh? I don't even know what. I'm so sorry, Baron. I don't know what happened. I don't even know what word you used. Huh? I'm so sorry. I don't know. I really don't know what happened there. The Streamlabs is being weird. Maybe it mistook a word. I don't know. But I don't see anything. I don't see anything foul. could be that Reddit Angel. I hope it wasn't that though. Because like it's nega as in negative. You know? Well, anyways. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Baron. My iPad died at the worst timing. It's okay. Yeah, negative, like as in negative. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Baron. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, like it's negatone as in negative. Yeah. But anyways, okay. But yeah, where were we? Technology great is great till it isn't. Yeah. BBDOS, thank you for the green super chat. Thank you. Did someone say foul language? Well, you need to break an egg to make an omelet. Not that foul. Not a bird. But anyways, okay. But yeah. So, okay. Okay, where were we? But yeah, like I'm excited to see what the season has, what the rest of the season has in store. Oh yeah, and I was gonna say, like, I did think it was a little bit, like early for like ZukyoonKiss to appear, but then again, some other seasons have done similar things, so I guess it's not too early. But yeah, it used to be more like around July, not June, that the, like, at least in some of the other seasons, that the mid-season would appear. But yeah, I'll leave it at that just to avoid any other spoilers. If you're saying apocalyptic, you're kind of incorrect. Oh, about the game you mentioned? I don't know, because it had World's End, so I thought it was that. Yeah, I don't know for sure. I've never really heard about the game. Actually, let me look it up. What was it again? It was World's End Club. Let me see. World's End Club. Oh, okay. It's a puzzle action adventure game developed by Tokyo Games and Grounding, and published by Izanagi Games. Oh, so it's a puzzle game. Okay, it looks like they're like on a trip or something. Okay, yeah. Maybe I'll look into it then. I have to go for now. Thank you for the Precure speedrun headbands. Thank you for the headbands! And thank you for the headbands, Baron! Yeah! Thank you for stopping by, Slash and Baron! Have a good night! Okay. I think now, yeah, I am getting a little bit tired, also due to the fact that I was yapping for almost like 3.5 hours without a break. So I think I shall go and rest my voice now. But before that, let me just show my schedule for the rest of the week, if I can get it. Okay, where is it? Let me see here. Where is it? Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to be playing Deltarune Chapter 3! Yeah! So that's gonna be tomorrow! And we're finally starting Chapter 3! After like, I think a month, I'm a month late. But it's okay! That's why I was playing Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. So yeah! And then, on Friday, we'll be playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate! Yeah! So if you do have the game, and you also have Nintendo Switch Online, then we can play! Yeah! And then, on Sunday, we have our members-only watch-along of You and Idol Precure! Yeah! So, those are the rest of the streams for this week! Yeah! Okay, and let's see now who we can raid to finish off the night. And also, I do want to thank VTubers for the 3 green super chats and wait, hold on. Yeah, the 3 green super chats and the blue super chat. Thank you! And also Renegade Joe for the blue super chat. Thank you! Okay, let's see who is live right now. Who can we raid? Let's see. Actually, it's been a little bit since we raided into them. We can. Oh yeah, and they started like an hour ago, I think. So this should be perfect. This should be perfect. Okay. BTD stream 6 stream when? Wait, BTD? Huh? Wait, is that a game? Wait, is that a game? Huh? What? I don't know what BTD is, but okay. But okay. Okay, we are going to be raiding into. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, we're gonna raid into Iku Hoshiferi! She's currently streaming Minecraft right now, so yeah! And she started like about an hour ago. Yeah! Balloons TD6? Oh, tower defense! Oh, okay, to be fair though, I've never played balloons or tower defense, so I don't know. I've never played it, so I'm not familiar with it. I'm sorry. But anyways, okay, so for those who are new, when we usually raid someone, we usually leave them a little message, and that message is Miracle Twinkle Bear! Yeah! It's okay, you should try it sometime. Maybe I will at some point. Yeah!